Hello everyone, my name is Chantel Jones. I am here to talk to you today about why it is important to tip your server at a restaurant. It is important to tip your server at a restaurant because one, they are giving you a service. They are not typically paid hourly. They're not hourly or salary employees. They are tipped out employees, which basically means that the server that's coming to your table to take your order, if you're going to restaurants, they only make $3.63 an hour. That's the paying rate in Maryland for servers, $3.63 an hour. How do you expect someone to be able to live on that? They can't. That's why servers rely on tips. Another thing that people don't understand is when you are a server, you have to actually tip out in-house. Tipping out in-house means, I'm going to give you an example. If you come in to eat with your family and your check is $100, the typical gratuity added to that check would be about $20. That would be what the server would get. So when the server gets that $20, they would have to tip out people like the bartender who made your drinks. Maybe there was a food runner on that day that actually brought the food to the table. You tip out those employees. You also tip out the busser. And I know what you're thinking. They could make their own drinks. They could run their own food. They could bust their own table. But even if you do that, make your own drinks. Suppose they just got a soda. You're still tipping out the bartender. Suppose you was already in the kitchen and you seen your food and you was like, oh, I'll take it. That's my table. You still tip out the food runner. If you decided, oh, this table got up, let me go ahead and just clear my table really quick. The busser sat. That way I could, the busser's busy. I'm sorry. That way I could get sat. You still have to tip out your busser. So when you're not tipping your server, that money that they have to tip out to the bartender, the food runner, and the busser, they have to use that out of their own pockets. Not fair at all. Not fair at all. I know what you're thinking. So, a lot of people think, well, why don't servers just go ahead and get different jobs if they don't feel like they're getting paid correctly? Well, yeah, that is true. That's why right now we have such a shortage in the restaurant industry. The restaurant industry especially because the pandemic took so much money from the restaurants and the servers that during 2020 that some people decided not to come back to those jobs, get different jobs. I've seen restaurants say that they can't seat people for 2 hours because they simply don't have the staff. So I think the next time that you actually go to a restaurant and think, wow, this is a really nice restaurant, but I don't have enough to tip that server. Tip that server. Because they may not be at the restaurant after that. Thank you.